Hi, welcome once again to Jalango TV. This is your number one online TV na tena ni mara nyingine niko na hapa Truth Watchdog. Kabla tuendelee, my good name is Edmax and behind the camera is Director Daya. Karibu sana Truth.
Nashukuru, asante.
Unaendeleaje?
Mimi niko poa. Kupambana na hii maisha ngumu na economy yenye iski
inabidi. Na tumeona vijana wako kina Kasmuel anajaribu kusafisha jina siji mambo ikoje?
Aliona yuko featured BBC huyo. I think alijipata ako kwa giza. Kwa sababu huko pia penye alienda huko ni matapeli. Huko alichezwa na huko pia kaacha watu na watu pia wakamwacha. Unaona? So reality I guess inamhit. Because you know the problem with these young men, once washaona cameras and then kuna ako ka popularity kanakuja to account store tuna grow kama ni X app, YouTube ama something, they forget so fast that actually it is the people who are making them that powerful, and now they feel the heat of not getting that support. So him writing that letter, that does not make any difference to the president. So many people have written many letters to the president, and it doesn't mean that actually we really appreciate him for writing letters. We can also do the same. The thing is, this guy literally, we have heard him what the kinds of things he spoke about. He's just a politician. There is no difference. We are not looking for politicians anymore. We are looking for leaders. You understand? So Kasmuel, he proved that he's a politician and he will use any opportunity. He's just another opportunistic individual. He will use any opportunity to propel his own agendas, and it is clear. And that's why you see nobody wants to associate with anyone who is politically involved with this so-called the current leaders. So yeye anakula shida yake yenye mwenyewe alijizolea.
And do you think the youths will be able to trust Kasmuel once again wakiwa pamoja na Morara Kebaso labda?
Let me tell you one thing with the current people of Kenya. Wacha tu niweke kwa ujumla. Hebu jiulize kwa nini mimi nimepoteza accounts. Naambia watu kujeni tena msubscribe, wanakuja. Wase wangu ni aje, kujeni mnifollow, wanafollow. Ask yourself why. Kenyans hawapendi hata consistency. Kenyans naturally they hate betrayal. Ukiwa betray tu once hivi, bro. Ama wa feel tu hata unaweza kuwa hujawa betray, but wa feel like in a way you are betraying us, or in a way you are secluding us when you are making decisions to benefit you. Brother, you are going to feel the heat. Hawa kina Kasmuel, unaona the same way unaita wa Kenya ni aje tunaenda ground tunatokea wote. Some of us end up dead. Some of us end up injured. We don't get to see the next day. That inafaa we take serious sana. Hata kama wewe mwenyewe kama kiongozi umeponea, you supposed to take it seriously. So our say tunaona kuare watu wameuawa. Live watu wameshutiwa. Alafu all of a sudden you are shaking hands with the same people who sent these officers and did the dirt they did. Alafu una expect tuiseme, unajua ni heri, unaona kama mimi. Ni heri nikuje niuliza wase, wa Kenya mnaonaje? Nimekuwa invited kwa hii meeting. Nipeleke agenda zetu huko. Ndio. So at least I have briefed my followers, the people who believed in me, and they know that I am going to represent them. But mimi nimeamua nifanye vitu kivyangu ati alafu nikuje ni explain. Mbona singesema before nifike? You understand? So I think that is the same thing that my youth when I take. You decided to make your own decisions. We never sent you to go and meet President Ruto or Raila Amolo Odinga. You said you are a youth leader of CG ODM. Go your way. Ushachagua. So that is why unachikiwa se wengi, they don't want anything to do with these young men, because you cannot be trusted. You don't have a stand. Ukiamua mbaya wache kae mbaya. Ukiamua ikue fiti. Ndio maana unaona hata mimi naogopa sana kuwa supported na non-governmental organizations, because people are also questioning what are the interests of these non-governmental organizations. Unanielewa? So they are asking that wewe to show we ni nani. Now continue. Do you? And we are on the ground.
So in other words, unaambia vijana wajipange ama vipi?
Yes, kwanza hao wenye walikuwa washapatiwa support na Kenya. I am sure wanafaa sasa kufikiria any other career, but doing politics, that one is not going to work for them, because most of the young men here Unajua, by the way, for instance, Morara, if he had stuck by him doing the exposés at the same time doing what we call a public education ya kuwafunza maneno yenye alikuwa anafanya, na akuwe anauliza advice from the very very persons that are supporting him, can we go and see whether we can work with this leader? They say yes or no. At the end of the day, the people are the power. The people shall, underline shall. You understand? So yeye aliamua make decisions zake kivyake, trying to say, you cannot work alone. It's not 2027 yet. So hata hiyo haraka ya kwenda commit, politicians are very smart. They are the worst opportunists. I mean the best. They take any chances. Wakiona umeanza kuchukua hiyo limelight, they come and they suck all the light from you. Ile nyota yako wanaichukua, wanakuacha na parara. Una get? So yeye na kierere yake angekuwa anauliza wase. Kama mimi uliza wase, niende hii meeting, mafans wangu wananiambia, is it truth? Wacha. You have to listen to them. If you don't listen to them, it will happen to me. I was actually inviting Morara here. Come to do tu show yetu sisi. As we continue gathering people on TikTok, the same people will support us financially. The same people will actually, some of them will even offer vehicles for us to use them to campaign. So, to maintain crowd yetu, nitakam bro. The next day, unamuona ndio huyo akona kina Kashagwa. The next day, unamuona akona kina Wafula. Sijui nani hawa. So, you see people are like,
Wafula yupi?
Nikisema Wafula namaanisha wakina Eugene Wamalwa huko,
watu wa Western, Waingo.
Yes. So watu wako huko, hata huko Western amtakikani. You people have betrayed the people of Western. You people have betrayed the people of the mountain. So it's not that they are stupid. They are watching these things and then they say, okay, so if you've decided to make that decision individually, then vote for yourself. Support yourself, you understand? Ndio maana una get enda comment section yao. Uone kama for example mimi nikiongea kitu politically, just go through my comments. See the support I'm getting. What's how wafanya kitu yote politically? You sold us, betrayal, all through. You get? It is because if you've decided to work with the people, let the decisions come from these people. Don't make your own decisions. You can only refine the decision they have made, or you can also advise, but not make your own decisions and then try to impose them on people. It's not going to work.
Now that one aside, truth. Yesterday we saw Matiang'i with Gachagua, with kina Martha Karua, kina Eugene Wamalwa. Do you think hiyo union will work?
No, it's a failed union. Completely failed, by the way. Wakenya tunauliza maswali kidogo tu, hatuna mambo mengi. Wakenya wengi across the country, whether it is Rift Valley, whether it is mountain, whether it is the western or the eastern or the northern, they are asking one question. You leaders who are here, all of you, were in this same government when Kenyans were killed. No one is willing to step up and tell us who killed these Kenyans, who sent, and how many Kenyans are dead, because you know the numbers. No one is willing to do that. So as long as you want the votes, let the dead ones vote for you. It is as simple as that. Unanielewa? Matiang'i alikuwa kwa gava ya nani? Ya Ruto. Watu walipatikana river Yala mama. You get that? Watu walipatikana river Yala. Has that ever been solved? Wakati hii serikali ya Ruto na Uhuru, by then it was being formed, we lost someone IEBC Msando. Has it ever been solved? The same period when Governor Kebaso felt like he's the biggest governor, he killed a woman. Has it ever been solved? Now we have the case of Endarasha. Has it been solved? We have the case of Gen Z. Has it been solved? June 25th. Has it been solved? We have the Mcoure'S issue. Has it been solved? We have the Mackenzie issue. Nothing has been done. And all these leaders portraying themselves as the best now, it is because now they are not enjoying the bread. Otherwise, if they were involved like the Raila was involved, then everything to them would be good. The president is okay. He's fine. You guys are just bad people. You don't want anything good for your president. So all of them, you just give them the middle finger and tell them, hey, just fuck off. I don't want you here. I really don't want to see your faces. All of them. And trust me, 2027 is a different year and I know wote wameingia maji. Mayutu wa sahi, hata voters. Mama mboga amelan lesson yake. Mtu wa Ndudhi amelan lesson yake. Ndio nacheki hata mayutu wanaenda wanapigia president makofi. Afterwards ndio the same youth wanakam kwa camera. Bro, mimi singeacha dhao. Singeacha hata so tatu. Ai. We, niacha so tatu ni dish nini? Lakini kura hapo ndio sasa kuna different ball game. Hawa watu wote from the president to the so called union of opposition, all of them understand it is not business as usual. And I continue urging Kenyans, we have to send all of them home. Some of them have been there for 40 years.
Even the ones in opposition right now, Akina Gachagua.
Yes, some of them have been in this government for the longest. And no change has been seen with all the smaller positions they held. Raila was a prime minister. All that is remembered for is being a prime minister who did nothing as a prime minister. Thank you. He is remembered as an MP who for 22 years was an MP at Langata, did no road, nothing, no school. The only thing we can remember him for is being an MP for 22 years. What have you done? What have you done for us to see? We could say Matiang'i did something good with education. But again, people died under his leadership. And that has never been answered. So, we cannot replace dirty linen with a dirty linen.
So according to you, who is the best candidate whom you feel anasuit kwa opposition? As
an MP, myself, to any constituency that I will choose, and I'm not a politician. I don't think I have the qualities of a politician. I don't know how to lie, and I don't know how to phrase lies.
So you want to be in opposition?
Not in opposition. I want to be an MP. But if I had these monies, because again, you know, Kenya is a problem. The moment I said I want to be an MP, I find bro ya macho. Hii ya macho ndio hata mimi mwenyewe sina. Unaelewa? Ngojeni nifike pale, ya macho haitoshi. What if naweza kukusponsor wewe na wife wako na watu wako by giving you a permanent job for the next 5 years nitakuwa in leadership. Unajua wewe your issue has been secured. Watoi shule kama huyu Ndindi Nyoro anaweza fanya watu hiyo kwa nalipa thao peke yake kwa shule. Then the whole of Kenya is supposed to. And me as an MP, I will just ask my brother there, Ndindi Nyoro, what is the model you are using, sir? I want to apply the same in my schools. This is how we are doing it. Good. So, barabara nani anawajengea? Sio contractor, ni watu wanajenga barabara wenyewe. So, sisi tuna provide 2 machines. Good. Nita provide hizo machines. Wakenya wa constituency yangu, ingieni kwa kazi. Kila mtu ende na pesa yake home. Aya. Kama wewe uliwekwa hapa kama kiongozi wa county sijui nini fulani kwa sababu nani anakujua, you are going home. Let the people, for example, in Ruiru, I am saying this, if I represent Ruiru, mimi sitataka chakula itoke Meru ikuje iuzwe Meru. Hatuna shamba?
Iuzwe Ruiru.
Watu wa Meru wao yuko huko? First of all, let us fail to satisfy our markets. Huku kuna mashamba yameibwa na viongozi wengi sana. Hiyo mashamba ikirudishwa, niko sure I will have the first 1,000 youth kwa shamba. They grow their own food, tunauza Githurai yetu. Umenielewa?
Yeah.
Sasa ndio food itoke Embu, ikuje itoke Elwak, ikuje Norbu, ikuje hapa before. Do we have something to supply? Yes, we have. Tuko na masukuma, tuko na cabbage. What are we lacking? Ndizi. Wacha itoke Meru. Wacha itoke Embu. So, unless it is the people of that constituency, the professionalism we will be looking for, if that constituency cannot provide. Then employing people from outside, it will be the last thing I'm thinking. Also, me as a leader, living outside my constituency, that I don't think that is leadership. That is politics. Hawa watu kama wananyeshewa nitajuaje? Hawa watu kama hawana maji nitajuaje? So I must live there to feel the same pain they are going through as my voters, for me to stay with them and actually follow up. Imagine aje. Juu hata mimi sina hiyo maji. Unaelewa? So I think the best leader wa kwanza ni mimi. Because I need to make that change that I've been voting in mistakes. Then maybe if I can say a few politicians that naona kuna leadership skills in them is Ndindi Nyoro wa kwanza kwa sababu nimeona kazi yake, nimeona kazi ya Babu Owino, nimeona kazi ya Salasia, Mdomo Wise, nimeona anaitwa Sifuna. Mdomo wise. Maendeleo kwa ground sijaona. But mdomo wise in terms of defending Kenyans, I have seen Sifuna. Nani mwingine? Hizo vigaragosi zingine hapana. Hao sio leaders. Hao ni wezi, watu greedy, watu ambao wanaongozwa na tamaa na matumbo yao. Bora wanaendesha. Ushaiona mtu mwenye anakuja anaona pothole, anafikiria CX iko chini sana, anaenda nakuja na TX ama Land Cruiser ingine bigi haitambui hiyo pothole, my SUV. So such people are not leaders. These are greedy politicians, we call them in Kenya MPs. So I have very few words in terms of actually saying I would step up with Ndindi Nyoro. I would do work with Babu Wino as a governor. I would want to see that change. So yes, there are very few, handful of people I would support proudly and say that enyewe angalia ndio hii vitu zenye wamefanya, because hatufai kuvote wase na ukabila, hatufai kuvote wase na kujuana. Unajua kuna tribalism na nepotism, but we need to vote in people with track record. Exactly. So for me, track record ni mwana watu wachache sana. Yep.
Okay. All right. Lastly, as we wrap up, what is your message now to Matiang'i and Gachagua na hiyo union yao?
Form a union and then go home. or take someone like me. If I am the one representing that union, I am sure the impact will be felt even in your village. You understand? Yeah, so you can form that union and then come talk to me. I talk to Kenyans. I tell them enyewe we need our wazee wani boost mimi. Then tunaweza wapatia kazi ya kusavu huko, kushughulikia prisoners, kazi kama hizo. Matiang'i tunaweza mrudisha education kwa sababu alilainisha vitu. That is when I am a leader. I am now the president. Wani sponsor. Wako na hiyo mapesa wameibaiba, at least warudishie wa Kenya kwa kunisponsor mimi as a leader. I go face off with President Ruto. I go restore and restructure the military. I restore and restructure the policing. At least sasa Mkenya ajua anaweza kutana polisi arudi nyuma amwambie bro, ni aje? Uko fiti? Mbwekse kawaida. Bro, at least hata anaweza ambia polisi nisaidie hapo na 52. Sababu polisi sasa analipwa vizuri. Yeah, so they should just pick me. Morara already ashajitind. Wanipika alafu mimi niongee na viongozi wangu ambao ni wa Kenya. Wewe wa Kenya mnafikiriaje? Hasa wanasema watu support. Tuchukue hiyo support ama tuiwache? Wakenya wakisema wewe usiposimama tu kisolo, shauri yako, wa form union waende home. Waanze kujipanga vile wanaweza fanya biashara legit sasa.
Wow, watu wa form union waende nyumbani.
Yes.
And that is his message, Truth Watchdog. Yes. Truth, thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate.
Wow.
Mko welcome all the time. Yeah.
Wow. And to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Jalango TV, your number one online TV. My good name is Eddie Max, and behind the camera is Director Daya.